Hey YouTube, what's going on? Chris here. I want to bring you guys a little update on Bitcoin. We're going to be talking about it today. Right now, guys, we are currently at 36.35 on the price. We're up 0.17%. And guys, if you could, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, all that, guys. We're trying to get 200 likes on this video. You guys have been getting darn near close, 150, 200. I'm really thankful and impressed, guys. I really appreciate it. So, guys, what we're going to be looking at today, we're going to be looking at Bitcoin heavy resistance. And we're going to also be looking at Bitcoin strong support. Do I believe either of these? Do I believe the BTC heavy resistance, or do I believe that we do have support down there around that 3,200? So guys, in my opinion, remember this isn't financial advice, I feel as though this is very heavy resistance up here around $4,000. You have this here where we had a doji. You also had a shooting star in the same area. And then we almost had another doji here. And guys, we just could not follow through. The bulls could not follow through and keep moving up. You even see this strong move we had here, and then we moved back down. We had a bullish engulfing candle, and if this was a strong move, guys, we would have made another move up and made a higher high than what we had here. But it just kind of rolled over really and didn't make much more of an attempt. There was no volume that came through. So guys, in my opinion, this is very strong resistance. And then down here, since we only have this touch right here, guys, just in this area that I'm talking about right here, I would say this is weaker support than what we have up here. This is definitely heavy resistance, and down here this is weaker support. We just haven't had, another touch really down here yet, and maybe this is going to be the dump that takes us down and we get that double bottom before we continue to make a move up and see if we can test this 4,200 or so. But I know just from some of the forums and stuff that I look at, I know a lot of guys around that 4,200 are most likely going to be shorting. And that's just the truth of the matter. But, guys, if a lot of people are starting to think that in the way down, then, just like the ETF, a lot of people were saying it's going to dump or it's really going to, take a fall. And it didn't. It really didn't impact it that much. So this market has a mind of its own as well. And that's why you have to prepare for both sides. Like when I found out the news, that's what I did. I prepared for both sides. I said, you know what, we could take another dump like we typically do, or maybe all the sellers have basically been out at this point, guys, and there's not going to be much selling pressure to take place. So you have to play for both sides, and so far we're just moving sideways. We have that sideways consolidation, so we're working that channel between 42.42 and 32.30. We're just sitting there working in that, and eventually, guys, we're either going to have to test up here or we're going to have to test down here. We're going to have to make that move, and that's why it's so important to look at this by the channels. A lot of people don't look at it by the channels, but that's why you see I have the arrow going up or the arrow going down, because we're still in that triangle that we've been looking at, guys. And we're going to pull this stuff off here now, clear that up a little bit, and we're just going to take a quick look at that triangle. And guys, it's always best, in my opinion, to get stuff off your screen so you can really see if you're doing one thing at a time here. So let's see, guys, from about right in here. And I'm going to go off the real bodies, real body closes. So kind of like right in there, guys. If you can see that we're forming right now an inverted hammer, or it could turn into a gravestone doji off that trend line. See how we wicked down here and it was defended, and now we're just grinding up here. And that's why, guys, like I said, it's going to be decision time. We're either going to have to go up and test this another time, or we're either going to have to break through that on a lot of volume, or we're going to have to fall down. We're going to have to test this bottom. So that's what the triangle is looking like right now, guys. And look at the volume. It's still decreasing. So as of now, with the trend being down, the volume being down, I would assume we're going down. That's just my assumption, guys. I'm planning for that. In all of my books and everything that I read, this pattern that's forming here has about a 64 to 68% chance of breaking down as opposed to breaking up. So we want to keep the odds in our favor. Next thing I want to look at, take a look at the RSI down here though, guys. That's what we're going to have to hold here. We don't want to break through there and close through there, especially like we talked about that trend line. We don't want to close below that trend line. If we get a close below that trend line, we're going down to that 3,200, especially on the day. Just my opinion, guys, but these are the things that I'm looking at. Next thing we're going to go to is Fibonacci. We're going to go through a few different things here, guys, and just kind of see where we're at. And you can see the moving averages right here. The 50's wanting to tick up just a little bit if we can zoom in on that. I just saw that. So you can see the 50 starting to curl up just a little bit, flatten out, and curl just a hair. And we have this inverted hammer here that's forming that wicked up to it. And guys, you can't tell me that moving averages are not strong and powerful, because you see them so much in support and resistance. It's unbelievable. So our 20 and our 50 though are still acting as that overhead resistance as well, so we have to mark that down as well. Remember guys, that's what I like to do. I like to go through, I got my notepad with me here. You go through the Fibonacci, the moving averages, all the candles, the volume, support and resistance, trend line, RSI, MACD, go through all those things and put on the bull side how many and what they were, and on the bear side how many, what they were, and go from there and kind of make your analysis and your decision. So we'll get back to the Fibonacci here, guys. Let me get the RSI off. Just see where we're landing. We're going to do the Fibonacci in two different ways, down and up. Go from that break, swing high to the swing low. So guys, we're still below that 0.236, the 4,000. So look at that 4,000. Remember, we talked about all this in here, as well as the 0.236, which is a monkey to get over. Let me just tell you that, and to hold it on a big move like this, it's tough. So we're below that right now as well. We have to factor that in now. So Fibonacci, more on the bearish side, right? We put that down. Now we're going to look at it from the other direction, from this move that took place, this reaction. So guys, we're below right now the 0.618. Something else we want to factor in as well. It'd be nice to close up above that today. If we're able to do that, maybe we could get a push up to this 38.01, which would be a nice little move. That could very well happen. So we're going to keep our eye on that as well. And also, guys, if you could, put down low what you guys think in terms of we going down, we going up, we're going to continue to move sideways for another week. I mean, do you feel like we're just going to keep squeezing and squeezing? I was looking at the Bollinger Bands earlier, and you could see that contraction that was just really taking place. It was just grinding. And you know that means a move's going to happen. And that's why you'll see a lot of people talking about a huge move is going to happen, because it is, guys. This is how it goes. It gets real tight and then it breaks. Now the MACD looks nice here, guys. It looks like we're actually getting that cross right here over the signal line. And then look at our histogram as well. Is moving in the right direction. So MACD, guys, I would put that one more on the bullish side. And remember, that's the lagging indicator, though. All right, so that could be really getting that curl just from this little candle right here. But, you know, guys, look for all these things and really spot them out. I mean, look at these moves up here. Do you see these wicks when guys were taking profits and we had a fall down? You could see our tweezer tops here, then we had a fall down, then we had a bullish engulfing candle, and we moved our way up. You know, then we had basically like a harami pattern right here with confirmation, and then we fell back down. So it's interesting when we really get to study this stuff right here, guys. The shooting star that wicked through, then we got pushed back down. Doji down here with an inverted hammer follow through with a bullish belt hold line right there. So, you know, as we get to know these things, we're going to be able to understand and see when we see certain candles and patterns and formations forming, that we're going to know what to do. And that's what's so exciting, and especially with you guys leaving comments and stuff, letting me look at different things and see different things, because, guys, it's always better to have more sets of eyes on charts like this. You know, I am nowhere near professional at this. Like I said, I've been at it now studying hard, guys, for about a year. So, you know, I'm still a beginner in all this as well. But guys, keep your eyes on all these things. Leave it down low. Tell me what you think. And this is what truly has to hold, guys, right here. This is where we're at today. I don't want to close below 35.79, and let's call it around that 3600. I really don't want to close below there, because if we fall below there, then most likely we're going to go to that 32. And you'd think we would hold this, guys, because we had this bullish engulfing candle of this candle right here, but you know, like I said, we're not getting a ton of follow through. We're in a bearish market. or a bear market. So guys, continue to do your study. Pay attention to the volume, the Fibonacci, the moving averages that we were looking at, the candles, the volume, support, resistance, trend lines, which we were doing, drawing all those guys, and the RSI and MACD. And then you can get into the Bollinger Band a little bit if you'd like. But I just wanted to bring this to you, give you guys my little update. We're moving sideways right now, so it's just waiting for that break. You can see this here, guys. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 days. And look at that sideways movement. Guys who have gambling problems and addictions to trading and all that, guys, they're shaking right now because they crave the volatility, and when it's just moving sideways, they can't really do anything. They can't short, they can't go long, and you can see the hostility that's out there. So don't be one of them, guys. Just really be patient, let the market come to you, and you'll be rewarded for that, for being patient. Remember, guys, put up on your screen too, really try out the 20-day EMA, the 50 moving average, the 100 moving average, and the 200 moving average. Those are the ones that I really like to use, and I stick to, and they seem to do pretty well. So God bless each and every one of you. Leave it down low if you like these videos. Hit that thumbs up, notification bell, all that, guys. I really appreciate it. God bless you.